What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker here on Unique Access Entertainment. As always, please hit that subscribe button. It's right there. As y'all know, it's free. That enables us to keep coming to you guys as often as possible with as many interviews as possible. And today we have the honor and the privilege of being joined by O.C. And O.C. and I were talking, and he has a lot of insight and appreciation for something that Master P did, which I think we need to give a little more shine to something that P did. So O.C., what was during Master P's peak, 97, 98, 99, what impressed you so much about what P was doing?
I mean, the album covers, he was doing crazy album covers, and he basically put out that model for, I'm gonna put out records whenever I want to, and if I want to put out records back to back, week after week, I'm gonna do that. And there was nothing the industry could do.
And that was so unprecedented because before he started doing this in 97-ish, we would usually, at best, we would get an album a year from somebody. DMX broke that in 98 with two in the same year, his first two albums in the same year. But other than that, P was putting out, literally an album every other week, and they were all charting. Yeah. And they were
all charting. You knew everybody from the underlings, considered the underlings on the labels, to the star, himself and a few other people. But I mean, when I thought back to it, I was like, damn, he's like the business model for that. Like today, he was putting out albums the way he wanted to, when he wanted to. He set the dates because it was his label, literally. Like he really showed like, this is my shit. Like I'm putting it out whenever I want to.
Yeah, and even like Snoop Dogg came back to back. Snoop first got with No Limit. I just remember the No Limit Top Dog came right after The Games to Be Sold, Not to Be Told, and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy."
Yeah, and hit records on top of that. Like he had hits, so you got a lot of people putting out music, but they don't have hit records. Putting out the consumption of it, some of the kids, they stuff, from week to week, but this dude had hit records.
Yeah, he was putting it down.
Straight up.
So now looking back, what do you look at as Master P's, how do you think what Master P did helped shape the game just in general?
Like I said, he just put the business model out there for the younger generation, but it was a few other people doing certain things, but whatever he learned from the Suaves and the J Princes and stuff, people like that, he added on to it. So what they was doing, he was watching, he was learning, he was getting game from them, and he just the stuff that he was doing, I was like, he can't do that. Like, how he putting out an album like 1 week behind it, but it's his label. It was his label. And he was like, yo, and I'm gonna chart and I'm gonna show y'all, with hot records. Like he was putting out records that was banging in the clubs. Like people knew the records. It's a couple of records that's just standout records from his catalog. His catalog as a whole in No Limit. Like he's part of the game, period. Like he modeled something that people ain't acknowledging.
And I think too, granted, he started really took off in the mid to late 90s. So we had already seen a wave or a few waves of Black-owned labels, artist-owned labels,
Right.
Really.
You see Puff model the whole marketing thing, you know what I'm saying? Like Puff was a business model with that, you know what I'm saying? But each guy that really has success, they found their own business model, and P, wasn't like no other. Like I don't think he bit that off of anybody. That was something he came up with and was just like, or probably artists in the past was like, I'll do the same thing, but the industry, looked down on it, or they frowned on it, or they stopped it. And fast forward to the 90s, 2000s, he was just like, yo, I'm doing this the way I want to do it.
Yeah, it's very impressive because he, to me, carried on that legacy that we saw early with Eazy-E being an artist
Mhm.
and the executive and the label owner. And like you said, getting into the Jay Prince's, the Suave House,
Mhm.
and then getting into a little bit before P on the big scale, the Death Row and the Bad Boy. But
Yeah.
we had these dudes starting to come in, and P just changed the game, man. So
Yeah. I mean, not even to just stay on him, but he did like Eddie Griffin talked about P writing him a check for the movie. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I
food.
don't I don't know too many people who was just doing things like that, like acting on what they said. You know, if you came to P with an idea and it made sense, you know, he would buy into your idea and he would write you a check for like he was just doing shit that people wasn't doing.
It's incredible, man. Incredible
Yeah.
stuff.